In Hypixel Skyblock, there are many mods, many spreadsheets, and many resource packs you could use. But while fishing, you probably want a few specific ones. This video I'm going to be showing you guys 5 resources I highly recommend you use while fishing in Hypixel Skyblock. The first 3 resources we're going to be looking at are all mods. While some of these mods might be well known, we're going to go from the most well known to the least well known out of the 3 mods that I'm going to be showing you. As you might have guessed, the first mod is Skyblack add-ons. While locking slots isn't specific to fishing, it's really useful. Stuff like Revamp of Legends sometimes might be dropped because of a glitch, because the game doesn't realize that you're dropping it, something like that, and it might fall into the ground. If you have locked slots, it's less likely to happen, and you're more likely to be able to keep your items. In addition to that, there's stuff that just helps in general with general inventory management, such as your backpack previews, which let you see how you're storing your items if you have backpacks. Other stuff, such as the small changes to the actual gameplay, some slight UOL stuff that happens, so general better gameplay. But I recommend SBA while fishing because it just helps with everything and anything you could think of. But there are some things it actually doesn't help with. Not Enough Updates is another mod that's recently become more well known. While it originally only had tooltips for certain items with its searchable section on the right side of your screen, recently grown larger and larger, becoming a very necessary dungeons mod if you wish to profit, and just a general great mod similar to Skyblock add-ons. Some of the things that I recommend from it are /peek to check other player stats, which gives a general preview of them. If you're fishing with someone you don't know who they are, you can just check. Or Not Enough Updates auction house /NEUAH, which lets you buy stuff on the go. You might be fishing, you might not want to leave, and you might just want to grab something like a backpack if it's on auction house. Look it up, type it in, and you'll find it. You'll be able to buy it, you'll be able to claim it later, and you won't have to deal with it later, and you'll have it right now. In addition to that, I do recommend looking at tooltips while fishing, because not only can they help you find the prices of the items and how many of an item exists, for example, what the percentage is for the different fishing XP boosts, but in addition to that, NEU tooltips also help you find more information about items, or even entities, such as how the Monster of the Deep actually gives you more XP when it's killed from the chicken instead of the zombie. The third and least well known of these mods is Dinker's Skyblock mod. While it might not be as well known as SBA and NEU, and it might not be as useful as SBA and NEU, Dinker's Skyblock mod is nearly necessary when fishing if you want to keep a very good track of all of your items and all of your catches. It keeps track of any sea creatures you catch, in addition to some other information, such as last time you had a Sea Emperor, and it just does this for free as opposed to stuff like Skyblock Extras, which gives you the tracker, but it also makes you pay money for it. Dinker's SB mod is a really easy and free way to go around that. It gives you a loot tracker, it gives you some other specific things you can do to look at other players' items. If you decide to download Dinker's Skyblock mod, do /d help, and it'll bring you some commands that you can type in to look at other stuff. Now that we're done with mods, let's move on to a spreadsheet I think you should use. Well, there aren't that many great spreadsheets to use for fishing, as most of them have to do with stuff like minions, which is TV Blaze Warriors, or they have to do with stuff like talismans. There's a specific spreadsheet that I recommend using when fishing if you want to fish to its maximum capacity, to its maximum efficiency, which is the Spider Den Weather Forecast, which is a joint effort between a bunch of people from the First Place Fishing Discord that built off of each other to become this great mod that will tell you the exact time IRL that it will begin and end raining in Skyblock. So I recommend looking at it if you want to fish at your maximum efficiency, as if you want to do something like tarantulas, revenants, or even just fishing in the birch park. I definitely recommend using the Spider Den Weather Forecast, as it just tells you when you should be going there to get that rain time for free. Now that we're done with both the spreadsheets and the mods, this is where I'm going to be telling you guys about a resource pack that I personally recommend. While you do have your normal Skyblock resource packs, such as First Sky and Imperial Hours, you also have some less known resource packs. One of those that I recommend while fishing is SB Revamp. Fishing reuses a lot of vanilla items for custom items, such as how the Shredder and Augur, and Rod of Legends, and literally any route in Skyblock can't be torn apart unless you're using a mod. That's why I recommend something like SB Revamp. SB Revamp is a great mod in general. It's a 16x, which means it's not super high definition. It won't lag your computer, cause any issues with your computer. It should be good for frames, and it also looks nice. Well, this resource pack might not be as grand and extreme as the other resource packs that have dozens of people working on it, or even just a few people working on it. This resource pack, while made by one guy, is specific and it gets the job done well. There's so far only been 2 updates to this pack, the fishing update and the dungeons update. Both of them have been great. They've included everything that you might need while fishing or while doing dungeons, and they also were only a few weeks separated in time, because this guy only released this pack originally around a month ago, and it's already gotten its 2nd update, which was a decently major update. You also know it's a great pack for fishing, as the first update to this pack was the fishing update. They didn't wait around. Fishing update was the first one, and it was a great update. It was very nice, but clean. It was a clean pack. That's why I recommend you guys use this pack when you're doing fishing. In addition to this, I am currently working on a pack to release within the first place fishing community, just because I do believe that some of the larger packs, such as Imperial Whale, don't really get the job well done. That's because I do believe that some packs, such as the one made by Imperial, aren't really the best while fishing, as they don't really have the nicest texture. So I've been working with some people, getting some textures done, and hopefully that will be released soon, but there are no promises. If you guys do want some other resources, I'm hopefully going to start a list of them within First Place Fishing, nice resources you could go to. All of the links to these resource packs, to these mods, to these spreadsheets, whatever I said in this video, will be in the description, along with anything I think I might have missed. That'll also be in the description. You guys can go there to check it out. And I've been Mentu. This has been 5 resources you're missing out on while fishing in Hypixel Skyblock. And peace out.